Coming up, what led to an Allegiant Airlines flight to make an emergency landing after taking off from Punta Gorda. Plus, why the father of a local man accused of shooting a Fort Myers police officer now speaking out. And the gift of better eyesight, how local eye surgeons are improving the lives of dozens of people today at no charge. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story today at noon, an Allegiant flight from Punta Gorda on its way to Milwaukee is forced to make an emergency landing after hitting a bird this morning. That plane was diverted to Orlando Sanford International to remove bird remains that were found in the engine. The plane is now undergoing an inspection to determine if it's still safe to continue flying. If not, passengers will be placed on another plane to finish their trip. Unclear how many passengers were on board. We will continue to update this story as it develops throughout the day here on ABC 7. New developments from the Tampa International Airport. A bomb squad finds that a suspicious bag left at one of the TSA checkpoints was not a threat. That bag was found in Terminal C last night in the Southwest and Frontier Airlines area of the airport. The bomb squad quickly cleared the area, but in the end, no threat was found and no flights were affected. The Sarasota Bradenton International Airport police chief is under investigation for complaints of misconduct. The airport president says Chief James Carlino is now on paid leave pending the investigation, but he also says the complaints are not anything criminal. President Rick Piccolo says Carlino is a good police chief and that he even recommended him for the school district's police chief position recently. New developments today in a case of a Sarasota man accused of shooting a Fort Myers police officer over the weekend. Immigration officials have told ABC 7 they want to speak with Windsor Demaray and have a hold placed on him for when he is released from a hospital. Demaray is a citizen of Haiti, and his father, who lives in Sarasota, does not believe his son actually fired the shot that hit the officer.
I believe that it's something they make up, to get him in. They make it up because they were shooting, I wasn't there, so I don't, but people heard that they were shooting like crazy.
Demaray is now facing 8 felony charges, including attempted first-degree murder. That Fort Myers police officer is currently in critical but stable condition. Looking ahead, the man convicted of murdering a doctor's wife in Manatee County back in 2009 is getting ready to face a jury again, this time for a different murder charge. A judge set Delmer Smith's trial date for January 2nd. He's charged with the rape and murder of a Sarasota woman back in 2009. Smith is already on death row for the murder of Kathleen Briles of Manatee County and has been linked to a number of other home invasions in the Sarasota area. Happening today, it's the start of Mote Marine Lab's annual Shark Days celebration. The 4-day event will focus on sharks and the science behind them. Mote Marine Lab hopes to teach the public about the importance of sharks through Sharks and Crafts, Sharks Tales, shark feeding, and a Fins and Fun family festival, again happening through Sunday. Looking ahead, after nearly 8 long years, Longboat Key is getting ready to demolish all but one building of the Colony Beach Resort. An attorney representing some residents who are against the demolition argues there are no emergency conditions that require the resort to be leveled, and when residents tried to fix the buildings, they were not allowed. Regardless, the demolition is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Well, right now, some Suncoast surgeons are changing the lives of dozens of people with serious eye issues, and it's all free. ABC 7's Ray Collins shows us what's going on today at the Center for Sight. Ray?
Scott, it's called Mission Cataract. 4 local surgeons doing life-changing surgeries on 100 patients for free. This is the recovery room where patients receive post-op instructions. The Center for Sight is one of only 21 practices nationwide to offer free service to uninsured patients. They've been doing this now for over 25 years. Cataracts are the leading cause of blindness. One patient we talked to said he's looking forward to having better sight because he says it hasn't been easy.
Constant blurriness, like even watching television at home, like constantly like readjusting my glasses, putting them on, like closer to my eyes, farther away. Hopefully it'll take a lot of anxiety. I'll be able to relax a little bit more.
The center chooses the most needy of the 100 applications. Scott?
All right, incredible story, amazing work by them. Thank you so much. Let's get a check now on our weather. Josh Stone is in for John today, and we had some showers around this morning. That's about when they come, overnight and in the morning hours.
Seems
lately.
like it with the southwesterly flow. Now, right now, it shows we have sunshine. It's a little skewed because there are clouds out there, and some of us are experiencing showers right now. It's currently 86 degrees, but look at all this moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico right now. We'll take a little bit of a radar tour, and yep, it is kind of lit up a little bit here, especially inland. But right here, close to home in downtown Sarasota, we have a steady rain shower, no lightning coming out of this, but we go a little bit further west and there's a bigger cell out by Arcadia that is producing some lightning strikes. So mainly the heaviest showers and storms will be inland for this afternoon. Highs topping out in the upper 80s. It will feel though, Scott, like it's 100 degrees out there with that southwesterly moisture flow coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. What does the rest of the work week look like in the upcoming weekend? I'll let you know in a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. Record-setting rainfall over the past few weeks is causing havoc in parts of the country. And as Andrew Spencer reports, in other parts, people are trying to deal with the extreme heat.
The flooding this week took out part of this building in Tremont, Pennsylvania. 3 people live in apartments above American Legion Post 384. The building has been deemed unsafe.
The floods knocked the walls out here, and we're not allowed to be in it anymore.
Plenty of people in the area are now on cleanup duty.
Last time this happened in 2011, I lost my whole front sidewalk. But I was lucky this time, but the cellar's a mess.
In Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, the floodwaters caused all sorts of debris to pile up against a bridge. The bridge itself unusable as parts of it were underwater. And with more rain on the way, the problems could get worse. Going into Wednesday, flash flood watches and warnings were in effect along the East Coast from parts of South Carolina to New York. Heavy downpours also hit parts of the West, flooding streets in Englewood, Colorado on Tuesday, making a mess of this parking deck and bringing hail. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, Andrea Caldera recorded video of turbulent water that swept away dozens of her chickens.
It was terrible. My daughters were crying. I was nearly in tears.
Meanwhile, much of the Southwest could use a little rainfall. Signs in Palm Desert, California displaying the temperature show heat well into the triple digits. The National Weather Service issuing excessive heat warnings in recent days from California to Texas. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
And remember to follow the latest breaking news across the world and here on the Suncoast, as well as your First Alert weather forecast. You can download our apps. Look at your app store under WWSB or My Suncoast. Still to come in your Suncoast news today, why the nation's leading e-cigarette company is being accused of trying to get kids addicted to their products. What you need to do to break into the industry of your dreams. We'll have some tips coming up.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
All right, happy Wednesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today, and temperatures right now are in the upper 80s along the coastline. Looks like it's a little cooler in Arcadia at 85 degrees. Further inland you go, usually it's warmer, but we have some rain-cooled air over Arcadia. We'll show you that in a moment with a cell that's developed, producing some moderate to heavy rainfall there. But it feels a lot warmer, I'll tell you that. Feels like 99 degrees when you walk outside here in Sarasota, and 100 in both Venice and Northport. It's another warm one for us. Southwesterly flow, an area of low pressure, and also an area of high pressure to our south, helping to aid that southwesterly wind to bring us the clouds, the moisture off the Gulf of Mexico with the muggy air, and also spotty showers and even some thunderstorms. Right now, looks like a little cell moving on to the southern end of Longbow Key, around St. Armand Circle, and the northern end of Siesta Key. Another cell here just east of downtown Sarasota, and well east here around Arcadia, just to the, actually the north of Arcadia. There's some heavy to moderate rainfall, a few lightning strikes there as well. Now, as far as what we can expect for the rest of the day, inland showers and storms, that's probably where the heaviest storm activity will be well east of I-75 for today. And warm and humid conditions continue, and it looks like we're going to continue to have this southwesterly flow. And this is interesting. We show the water vapor imagery. It depicts where the dry air is, and you can see the tan color shows with that dry air coming on the backside of this area of low pressure. It's situated right around the border of Georgia and South Carolina. Well, it's coming down from the north, wrapping around this area of low pressure, but it's also squeezing out this blue color here, and that's the moisture, and that is just funneling our way. Area of low pressure here, counterclockwise flow, area of high pressure to the south. We have a moisture sandwich bringing all this moisture in, and it's not going to stop anytime soon as we put the Futurecast into motion. Again, we go through the overnight hours, spotty showers, and even some thunderstorms as we get into tomorrow as well. Though things start to die down a little bit for Friday, and then it ramps up again as we get into the weekend. Nothing's ramping up in the tropics right now. Of course, we're in hurricane season, but it is all quiet. That's the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean. And anything that does develop, we have such strong upper level wind shear, I don't think anything will get going, even if it tries to develop. But we're going to watch it for you. But right now, everything's quiet. Strong rip currents today, southwesterly wind at 15 knots, seas just offshore 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop. All right, let's look at the 7-day outlook. And again, we do have some more rain in our forecast for tomorrow. By Friday, though, things wind down, have a little more sunshine, gets a little bit drier, though we still have a 30% chance of shower activity. And then, boom, Saturday, Sunday, more clouds, more showers, even some thunderstorms. And it continues. I'm going to step just one step forward here into Monday, into Tuesday, and to Wednesday. So, yep, we do have a wet forecast in store for us. If you're looking for dry conditions, focus on Friday, just a couple days away. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. In HealthSmart, the nation's largest e-cigarette maker is under fire today. One state is investigating whether Juul markets to teenagers. ABC's Paula Ferris explains why this is coming on the heels of a series of lawsuits accusing that company of trying to hook teens.
I've seen kids Juul in class.
Juuling, it's named after this trendy vape pen, which is exploding in popularity, particularly among teens.
Kids are going to the bathroom, smoking it in stalls.
But this morning, the company behind that pen is in hot water.
They're engaged in an effort to get kids addicted, to get them hooked, so that they will have customers.
The Massachusetts Attorney General Tuesday says Juul Labs is failing to prevent minors from buying its products. She's announcing her office will investigate. And since April, at least 3 lawsuits have been filed, one citing ads like these from 2015, arguing they sell, quote, sophistication, sexual attractiveness, thinness, and popularity. The latest is from a mom in New York on behalf of her unnamed 15-year-old son.
He entered a school where Juul use was endemic, and as a result, he ended up trying Juuling and ended up very quickly completely addicted.
Vaping is seen in popular online tutorials like this.
Over 3 main things that you're going to need.
It works by heating up liquid nicotine that users inhale. One study in 2016 found that e-cigarette use increased by 900% among American high schoolers from 2011 to 2015. Freshman Margarita Ferreira says flavors like mango and mint enticed her to use.
Since I was exposed to fruit, obviously, and mango and mint, that I just thought it was okay.
She told ABC News in June she's been Juuling for about 1 year, and she started in 8th grade. Juul Labs, which has seen its sales skyrocket nearly 800% just in the past year, tells ABC News they actively work to keep their product from being sold to minors, and that their product is designed exclusively for adults, giving smokers a safer way to quit, and that no young person or non-smoker should ever try Juul, adding they're investing $30 million to independent research, youth and parent education, and community engagement.
That was Paula Ferris reporting. Juul officials say the company's goal is, again, to help people kick their habit and not get them hooked. Let's get over to the kitchen now and say hello to our ABC 7 Culinary Director, Judy Gallagher. And Judy, I spy some steak in the kitchen today.
You spy correctly, my friend. And I figure you've been working extra hard on that 4 o'clock news too, so you deserve a good steak sandwich, Scott. What I'm doing today is I bought skirt steak on sale at Whole Foods, and I'm really excited about that because you can buy that in quantity and then freeze it, because actually it helps with the marbling when you unthaw it, and then you can just do a light marinade, which is what we're going to do. We're basically just going to take some good quality olive oil, and we're going to sprinkle it over the steak. We're going to use this blend of rosemary, sea salt, and basil salt from the Spice and Tea Exchange, but you can use any type of coarse salt. Let's let that sit there, room temperature, for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we're going to put it in the griddle pan and wait till you see how we're making these awesome steak sandwiches today, just for Scott Dennis.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels right. It feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-871-1644. 800-871-1644.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
New at noon tomorrow is National Intern Day, and we've got some tips to help you break into the industry of your dreams. ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, takes us inside LinkedIn headquarters to get some advice.
It's the age-old question, how to break into an industry when you don't have experience or connections.
How difficult is it to find an internship?
Oh, it's absolutely miserable.
I think intimidating is the best word. It's very intimidating.
Meet Isabel and Miranda, two rising college juniors hoping to land their dream internships.
You want to break into an entirely new industry.
I had spent most of my time previously interning for law firms or doing things in a sector that now I have no interest in. So it kind of left me with a question of how do I enter film if I don't know anyone in film.
It's very hard for me to break into several industries that I'm trying to break into.
And why is it difficult to break into those industries?
I don't have any connections, and then since I don't have prior experience within those fields, I can't put that on my resume as well.
So we brought in LinkedIn career expert Claire Decembril to give them a profile makeover and some much needed advice.
I think a lot of people look at internships as, who do my parents know? Who do my friends' parents know? What do you do if you're not connected? Find ways to make those connections. One, tap your career center at your college or university. Reach out to people that have the type of roles that you might be interested in one day and just do an informational interview with them.
Miranda is looking for an internship in the film industry, but potential employers might not know that.
You need to take advantage of the headline and the summary. The headline is prime real estate. It's an opportunity for you to demonstrate what you're looking for. Additionally, your summary, think about that as your elevator pitch.
LinkedIn recommends a summary have at least 40 words to attract hiring managers.
It's a great way to demonstrate and summarize who you are as a professional and who you want to be and what experience you have.
Now for Isabel's profile. She's missing a few key details.
You have incredible experience. What you need to do is tell people what you did at these roles. Demonstrate what experience that you have, because likely it is relevant to the other roles.
That's Rebecca Jarvis reporting. Remember to follow our social media accounts and website for more career and money-saving tips. You can head to mysuncoast.com. All right, back to the kitchen where things are sizzling right now with Judy Gallagher. Judy?
And I see that steak smile on you, Scott Dennis. I see it. So I started to caramelize the onions. Now I have a little bit of sweet Vidalia onions, always my favorite, and some red onions just to add a little pop of color. We're going to cook that down. It's probably going to take about a half an hour. At what I start out is a high heat, and then I start to bring the temperature down as you get the caramelization. Great thing about skirt steak, it cooks pretty fast. So my griddle pan, especially if it's going to rain this weekend, these are great things to have if you don't want to be caught out in the outdoor grill. But by all means, you can grill these steaks outside. And then what I would do is I would wedge the onions and grill the onions as well that way. Now, once the onions are caramelized down and we've seasoned them with salt and pepper, I'm going to just remove them from the pan, and I'm just quickly going to saute some bright red and yellow peppers. Keeping them crisp is going to be the key, so I'll do that separate. So the steak I'm going to turn it over. If these are pretty evenly cut skirt steaks. Now you can also use flank steak on this as well. So what we're looking for is it's going to rest, and we're going to look for the temperature to be between rare and medium rare. That's exactly how I want it to be. So this first one is going to be done. I'm going to let that rest for about 20 minutes, and then I'll show you how we're going to cut it across the grain. Let's get this last piece on because I have a feeling steak day here at this station is going to go quickly. So we'll get those last two pieces on. Remember, we have a little bit of olive oil. Here is my new thing. So many times when I'm making sandwiches, I notice we tend to take the middle section of the bread out. We want that crusty part, but we don't want that extra little bit of carbs. I've got the ultimate new thing. It's not a roll. It is basically a bagel, but they're called baguette bagels, and it's my new favorite thing. So they come plain, or you can get the mixed seed. So I have the mixed seed right here. I have just sprinkled some olive oil on it, and because the steak itself and all the other flavors are gonna marry together, I don't need to season anything like sea salt on the bagel. It's gonna go a high oven, and we're just gonna toast that up. Let that just get brown around the edges, get the crispness. Then what we're gonna do is when we come back, we're gonna work on the trendy potato salad this year, and that's smashed potato salad with a little yogurt horseradish sauce. Something you can make the day before and it'll last up to 3 days. Come back, we're having steak sandwiches and some smashed potato salad in just a few minutes.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, I love technology. Hey, check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids, build great futures.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
You also have to realize the school board had a meeting with Bridget Ziegler there, and only 2 board members showed up. You were one of the ones that didn't show up to that meeting, and the sheriff and both of those chiefs sat there and said they never heard from the school board.
4 candidates all vying for 1 chair in District 5 for the Sarasota School Board. Who will get the nod? I'm Alan Cohn. All 4 candidates join us at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Coming up, the fallout from recorded conversations between President Trump and his former personal attorney. Plus, the family of a man shot and killed in a Pinellas County Stand Your Ground case wants the shooter arrested. And a federal judge allows Florida's college campuses to be used as early voting sites.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. Our top story at 12:30, the newly released audio of a conversation between then-candidate Trump and his former longtime attorney Michael Cohen. ABC's Arlette Saenz explains why the White House says the recording is now in dispute on Capitol Hill.
President Trump is lashing out at his former attorney Michael Cohen after a secret recording of one of their conversations became public. The president tweeted, "What kind of lawyer would tape a client? So sad. Why was the tape so abruptly terminated, cut while I was presumably saying positive things?" The tape, which Cohen recorded without Trump's knowledge 2 months before the election, appears to show then-candidate Trump discussing the National Enquirer's parent company, AMI's purchase of a story from former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal, who claims she had an affair with Trump. The White House denies the affair.
I need to open up a company for the transfer of all of that info.
At the time of the recording, AMI had already bought McDougal's story for $150,000, but decided not to publish it before the election. Cohen and Trump seemed to discuss setting up a shell company to purchase the rights to the Enquirer's story after the fact.
I spoke to me when it comes time for the financing, which will be...
Listen, what financing?
We'll have to pay you. So
I'll pay for cash.
No. I got... No.
That ending is now in dispute. Cohen's attorney claims Trump's mentioning of cash suggests he's prepared to engage in illegal activity.
The word is cash. Everybody should listen to the tape and see whether I'm right or not.
The president's attorney argues otherwise, telling Fox News Trump wanted any potential transaction handled by check for documentation.
We listened to it numerous times, and the transcript makes it quite clear at the end that President Trump says, quote, "Don't pay with cash."
Michael Cohen's attorney says Cohen will ultimately be the one to explain why he recorded that conversation. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Happening today, the Trump administration's trade war will take center stage at the White House. President Trump is set to meet with the president of the European Commission to try to strike a deal. The president emphasized he would be ready to do it, but that they will not. Ivanka Trump is shutting down her fashion line of dresses, shoes, and handbags. The items became a target of political boycotts and spurred concerns about conflicts of interest after her father was elected. The president's daughter said she made the decision so she could focus more on work as a White House advisor. Ivanka Trump recently has been encouraging U.S. companies to pledge to hire American workers. Her own company, though, has been criticized for making its products in Chinese factories. A vandal has destroyed President Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Los Angeles police say the vandalism was reported around 3:30 this morning, and a suspect was taken into custody. Police say a pickaxe was used in the vandalism. The star, placed in 2007, recognizes the president for his work on the reality show The Apprentice. It was previously vandalized by a man swinging a sledgehammer and pickaxe days before the 2016 election. Happening here in Florida, the state's Stand Your Ground law is taking center stage nationwide after a dispute over a parking spot turned deadly in Clearwater. So far, the Pinellas County Sheriff has not filed charges against Michael Drejka after he shot and killed Marquise McLaughlin in a convenience store parking lot. Now, McLaughlin's family is speaking out, urging the sheriff's office to continue its investigation.
It was definitely his kids, and he didn't have to go like this, man. He didn't have to go like this.
The attorney for McLaughlin family says the shooting does not meet the standards of the Stand Your Ground law, but Pinellas prosecutors have to decide if Drejka acted out of anger or fear and what words were used when he pulled the trigger.
Move! Oh. Sergeant, be advised. Train stopped right before he moves. Sit down.
Yeah, that's a New Jersey police officer being celebrated for some quick thinking after he saved a man who was right in the path of a fast-moving train. The body camera video shows the moments that the man had no clue that train was even coming towards him. The officer ran toward him. The train was only about 600 feet away, and then he waved to slow the train down, and as you saw, helped get that man off the tracks.
Are you okay?
Where you come from?
Look.
Thank you.
Sean, what's your last name?
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sean, what's your last name?
Well, the man was taken to the hospital for treatment. The officer that saved him had only been with the department since January of this year. He's off to a great start. We'll find out later today if all the recent data scandals affected Facebook's bottom line. 4 months ago, the social network site's market value plunged by tens of billions of dollars. That's when news broke that Cambridge Analytica got information from nearly 90 million Facebook users without permission. A tech analyst called it the darkest chapter in Facebook's 14-year history. Facebook will release its second quarter earnings today, and if the scandal is still a factor, it will show in those numbers. Someone in California is now a lot richer after a single Mega Million ticket there hit the jackpot. It's worth $522 million, or just over $300 million if they choose to take the lump sum payout. This was the 5th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. The jackpot will now reset for the next drawing this Friday, worth about $40 million, which sort of seems like spare change after that big one. Congratulations to the worker, and of course it wasn't me because I'm still here today. So wasn't in California to buy that ticket, but congratulations to them. That's a great start on a new chapter of their life, right?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Trying to hit the jackpot with this forecast, but some people don't like the rain. Can't make everyone happy, I guess.
I just don't like the timing of it. I'd rather we have the afternoon storms that kind of cool us off for the evening.
Yeah, well, yeah, unfortunately with a southwesterly flow, we're going to feel muggy for the entire day. Let's check out our current temperatures right now. 86 right now in Sarasota, 90 in Bradenton, 86 in Venice. Few clouds out there, but we also have our share of showers that are developing. Not so much along the coastline, though there's a little bit around Sarasota and around the northern edge of Siesta Key at this time. These are not thunderstorms, these are just steady rain, moderate rainfall at this time. A little heavier rains happening well east of 75, as you can see, east even of Arcadia, and even some thunderbolts were taking place maybe about 10 minutes ago from those storms. Those are dying out, but there you go. Temperature's going to be warm for the rest of the afternoon. More showers in the forecast. Will we get a dry spell? I'll let you know in just a little bit.
Josh, thank you. A federal judge has ruled Florida college campuses can be used for early voting sites in this year's elections. A judge ruling the state's ban on campuses for early voting sites is unconstitutional. The League of Women Voters of Florida and several college students sued the state over the ban in May. The judge ruled not allowing on-campus voting put a burden on students. Manatee County's newest elementary school will break ground next week in Parrish. Barbara A. Harvey Elementary will be located off Moccasin Wallow Road in one of the area's fastest growing communities. The school will hold about 800 students when it opens in August of next year. A new food truck will help children in Bradenton area have access to free meals as part of their summer break spot program. The new trailer, called the Caboose, joins the other 2 mobile feeding vehicles available until August 3rd. The Caboose will make 4 stops every day in the Bradenton area. Meals are free for kids 18 or younger. And if you want to learn more about how you can help hungry families in our area, go to our website, mysuncoast.com/hunger. Happening today, One Blood will be outside of the Venice City Hall for a blood drive. All donors will receive a free beach towel and a wellness checkup, which includes blood pressure, iron count, pulse, and cholesterol screening. You can stop by anytime now through 2 o'clock this afternoon. Back to the kitchen now and check in again with Judy Gallagher for those steak sandwiches. Judy?
Scott, it's coming along really well. So we toasted up those baguette bagels, left one untoasted if somebody doesn't like crunchiness. It's going to be a softer version. Think of this between a baguette and a bialy. So you got that crunch with it and just really good texture that's going to make a sandwich. The onions have caramelized really beautifully. I grilled the peppers right on the griddle pan, so they're going to be ready to go, and we have some fresh arugula. Now let's talk smashed potato salad. Red potatoes, skin on, makes life so easy, right? So now what you want to do, I have some vegan horseradish mayonnaise that I had in the house, so we're going to go ahead and add some of that. Or you can just use regular grated horseradish if you'd like, or prepared horseradish, which means it's already grated. To this, I'm going to take about 2 very large scoops of Greek yogurt. want a little fat in the Greek yogurt. Don't go non-fat because we need some texture to that. So I boiled the potatoes with lots of salt in it because that's how they absorb the flavor of the salt. Drained and smashed right away. Last night I added a little sour cream and the horseradish to get the flavors marrying. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, you can add grated onion, but I like a little texture. I don't want everything smashed. So I'm going to do a little parsley, of course, get that pop of color. But I did grate the hard-boiled egg. Now the easiest cooking tip for hard-boiled eggs is you want to bring your eggs to a boil in the pan, then turn the burner off, cover it, and let it sit for 12 to 14 minutes, and you will get the perfect bright boiled eggs, okay? Hard-cooked eggs. So here we go. We have the parsley. Doesn't that look good? And then you have that kick of the horseradish. So Greek yogurt or sour cream or both, and a little mayo when we have it. Now to build this sandwich, and I love using parchment paper, we're going to start with arugula on the bottom, and then I also have some blue cheese. Now notice I'm leaving it off for Scott for today, but that's the great thing about sandwiches. Just check and you can make them custom. So we're going to layer these sandwiches. I'm going to wrap them in parchment paper and tie them, and we have the perfect picnic and lunch ready to go in just a few minutes.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit RTJ Golf/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Good afternoon. So glad to see you, and thanks for tuning in to ABC 7. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone for John Scalzi today. We're walking out the front door to 86 degrees. Little sunshine. This is a little skewed, actually. We have peaks of sunshine, but a lot of us are experiencing cloud cover. Dew point, wow, 78. And we have the southwesterly wind that's been continuing to bring in the moisture and that muggy air. I'll tell you, it feels uncomfortable outside. No question about that. It feels like 99 here in Sarasota, while it feels like 101 in Venice, 101 in Northport, and 100 in Inglewood. Yeah, that's warm. And this is going to continue to happen because we have this southwesterly flow also stirring up the atmosphere for showers and even a few thunderstorms. A little more heavier showers and storms out in DeSoto and Highlands County. But right now there's some shower activity just off the west coast of Siesta Key. And then some shower activity, moderate to maybe heavy at times around Lakewood Ranch. And that's really the only thing close to home, at least for the populated areas, more rural areas, inland, well east of I-75. You have some thunderstorms taking place. And I think for the rest of the afternoon, more of these storms will develop, but again, well east, especially east of the viewing area. Culprit, area of low pressure, swinging around counterclockwise, bringing in this moisture. We have an area of high pressure to our south, and that also continues to feed in that southwesterly moisture into the area. And this looks to happen again tomorrow, though the chances aren't as great as they were today. We're still going to get our share of more shower activity as we go through at least the morning hours along the coast and then the afternoon inland. And then things start to dry out a little bit on Friday and starts to ramp back up again as we get into the weekend. They're under excessive heat warnings out here in the southwest. Right now, it's currently 100 degrees in Phoenix. They should top out around 115 later this afternoon. Tropics are all quiet for us, so nothing doing here, nothing to show you. And that's what we like to see. However, look at the water temperature. Boy, upper 80s, so that's recipe for storms to develop, but the upper level winds are strong, so even if a storm does develop in the Gulf of Mexico at this time, it'll get sheared apart. 89 degrees will be our high today. Like we showed you, though, the feel-like temperature will be warmer than that in the 100s, or lower 100s, that is. So we dry out kind of on Friday, only 30% chance of scattered showers, and then things ramp back up by the weekend and into early to mid next week. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. In consumer news, the man who engineered turnarounds to save both Fiat and Chrysler from near certain failure has died. Sergio Marchionne was 66 years old. He died after suffering complications from shoulder surgery. Marchionne joined Fiat in 2004 and led the company's merger with bankrupt Chrysler. He built the dysfunctional companies into the world's 7th largest automaker. Harley-Davidson executives say they expect Trump administration tariffs to hit their production costs hard. The company's annual costs could increase by as much as $100 million as long as the trade war continues. Tariffs imposed on the European Union will increase the cost of motorcycles sold in Europe by $2,200, but the company says it's absorbing that cost rather than passing it on to consumers. A Taco Bell cheese dip is being voluntarily recalled due to potential botulism. Kraft Heinz says the affected 15-ounce jars of salsa con queso mild cheese dip show signs of product separation, which can lead to a possible health hazard. Botulism is a potentially fatal form of food poisoning. If you have some, don't use it, even if it doesn't look or smell spoiled. Just throw it away or take it back to the store where you bought it. Well, wouldn't it be nice to get through those security lines at the airport a little faster? Well, thanks to some new technology, it could happen soon. The TSA and American Airlines presenting new 3D imaging technology at JFK Airport. The new 3D CT scans provide a much better and clearer look at what's inside your carry-on bag and makes detecting explosives and other prohibited items much easier. Once that 3D image is taken, the TSA then can rotate the image to see what's inside. And more good news, thanks to this, you'll soon be able to start leaving your electronics and your liquids inside your bags. Well, you know the scenario. The phone rings, you don't know the number, and if you do decide to answer, it's an annoying robocall. The FCC says they've actually gotten worse this year with an average of 1,300 calls every second. So how do you stop them? Well, first, there are apps that are designed to block those unwanted calls. Apps like Truecaller and RoboKiller will intercept the calls for you. Whatever you do, when you get the calls, don't say hello, don't push any buttons, and definitely don't call the number back. All that does is tell them that they've reached a real person and they will not stop calling. You can file a complaint with the FCC's Consumer Complaint Center. The data they collect can track the trends in most abusive callers and check the enforcement investigations. Still to come in your Suncoast News, we'll check in again with Chef Judy for one more time in the kitchen, and then some big news about a viral sensation, the exciting update on April the giraffe.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running, and right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Clogged pores are disgusting. Introducing Dermasuction, the easy way to suck that yuck out of your pores. Dermasuction removes blackheads and dirt from your pores. Just look at everything it extracts. The secret's the gentle vacuum action. Watch as Dermasuction extracts so much yuck, leaving your skin feeling clean and youthful.
The gunk that had been pulled out, I was pretty horrified, but better in the Dermasuction than on my face.
It's almost addictive because you can see all this stuff coming out of your skin that you don't even really know is there.
Call now to order your Dermasuction for just $19.99. We'll also include our small and large body probes, the Sonic Microdermabrasion probe, and the handy travel case, all absolutely free. Order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-213-9301. That's 1-800-213-9301. Or visit dermasuction.com. So call 1-800-213-9301 now.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Welcome back. So here we have it. If you're bringing it to a picnic, it's great to wrap it in some parchment paper, tie it with string. I left one open face so you can see. We've got that baguette bagel that I'm obsessed with. Grilled skirt steak, only needed to put a little olive oil, red wine vinegar, and salt and pepper for a few minutes. Grilled up beautifully medium rare, little sprinkle of fresh blue cheese or sliced blue cheese. And of course, this smashed potato salad. You can get these recipes and the videos and much more on www.mysuncoast.com. Scott, I have yours waiting.
Can't wait. All right. Thank you, Judy. Coming up later today on ABC 7 News at 4, some lawmakers are now calling for a change to the Stand Your Ground law after a shooting in Clearwater left a father of 3 dead. Plus, who will replace the Northport City Clerk and the challenges her successor will face. We hope you'll join us later today for ABC 7 News at 4. In entertainment news, singer Demi Lovato is reportedly in stable condition today after what police say was an overdose yesterday at her California home. TMZ reports Lovato was found unconscious and her friends used Narcan to revive her, which is used to reverse an opioid overdose. She recently celebrated 6 years of sobriety, but friends say she's been struggling with it lately, even revealing a relapse last month in her new song called Sober. Lovato has been open about her struggles with substance abuse and mental illness in the past. Actress Emma Thompson is taking on a familiar role in an upcoming sci-fi flick. Rick Damigella shows us which one in today's Hollywood Minute.
Mad Max Fury Road has been voted as the greatest Australian film of the 21st century so far. Over 4 dozen Australian film critics were polled to determine the honor. Animal Kingdom and Samson and Delilah round out the top 3.
Emma, looking good.
Casting news, Emma Thompson is rejoining the Men in Black. The Hollywood Reporter says the actress will reprise her role of MIB Chief Agent O. The reboot of the Men in Black franchise begins filming this month and also stars Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes.
Across the Universe gets an encore. Julie Taymor directed the 2007 jukebox musical featuring the music of the Beatles. Fathom Events will screen the film for 3 days in select theaters on July 29th, 31st, and August 1st. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Hamilton fans will love this news. Soon you may not have to take a trip all the way to Broadway to see the Tony-winning musical. Instead, a recording of the show with the original cast from 2016, including the show creator Lin-Manuel Miranda in the lead role, will come to movie theaters. There's no word yet on what studio could be awarded the recording rights, but some reports say the deal could be worth up to $15 million. Finally, it's no tall tale. April the giraffe is pregnant again. The 17-year-old giraffe became a streaming sensation during her last pregnancy in 2017, with millions across the globe watching the expecting mother get ready to give birth. This will be April's 5th calf and the second at Animal Adventure Park in New York. Experts there say April's pregnancy could take up to 19 months.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Wow.
19 months. Well, when you're going to have a tall baby.
They're what, 6 feet tall,
Exactly.
right?
I can relate to giraffes,
Yeah,
just saying.
me too. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you again at 4.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face, in
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like. Then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC 7 on Facebook. ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.